Okay.
Well, I did that so we could have a small moment as a class. We can always talk about that.
When we laugh, we cry.
It's a great question. Why? Why when we laugh so hard do we cry? It's a great question. That might be sound. There's definitely an answer to that. There's. There's definitely an answer to it, and I challenge someone to go home, find out. No. Keep the thoughts in your head. Go home and look it up. You will be able to find the information. It's on the internet somewhere. Find out, why do we cry when we laugh?
Because but I want to say something that you said at the beginning of the year.
What?
But we could
like a question board.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Interesting questions.
For sure. Let's do that. Great idea. Do you want to lead that? Do you want to make one of those boards?
Yeah,
What I'm saying, do you want to lead that initiative? Do you want to lead that initiative? Would you take that on? All right. We need to acknowledge that something funny happened. It was great. And now it's time to learn. Okay. You had 12, 15 minutes of extra recess during religion time. So you have all of that out of your system. So this should be a perfect time for us to stop counting. But if they are bothering you, you can't concentrate, you may go to the nurse to get some lotion on there. That will help you out. But you will miss some stuff. I am recording it, so you won't be able to find it on the school. Okay? All right. The very first thing I want to do is start off Writer's Workshop today talking about another strategy. And it's the idea to generate kind of ideas. So if we're struggling with coming up with ideas, one thing that we can do is think about a place. Think about a particular place that we really care about. And again, list some small moments that happened during that place. So if I think about, if you can't help, you can go and compose yourself and come back in. Okay. But at this point, it's distracting. If I think at least for me, especially when I was in 5th grade.
Mr. Light, I don't touch my feet because they are trying.
Because that was my secret way to tell you to be quiet, and now it's public.
Okay.
Now YouTube knows.
I'm not hearing.
Okay.
But not really YouTube. No one's watching.
Okay.
And they don't have access to it. So.
Yeah. It's not recording that.
Yeah, fine. If I think about 5th grade, I was in Utah for half a year, and then we moved to Florida. So if I think about Utah in the first part of my 5th grade year, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. When I did my second half, we moved in December. My second half, I started at a new school, so I was the new kid. I had a teacher, but that would be my school. I don't want to think about that. My house. I had a lot of good times in my house. I actually had to wake up and take care of myself, have food, and go to school at noon. I didn't start school until 12 p.m. And then I got out at about 6 p.m. because there were so many kids. We had 2 different schedules. So my parents had to go to work. So I was there alone by myself as a 5th grader. And I would have to wake up and I'd watch TV. I'd have to make myself breakfast. I'd have to make myself lunch. So if I think about maybe that time frame and that special place, there was a lot of cool things that I got to do because I was kind of in charge of myself and I got to learn some things. So if I think about my house there in Palm Harbor, so I'm going to write down that place.
That school was private.
In Palm Harbor. No, public school. Not the states in here.
Yeah, most of them are.
And if I think specifically about the time I spent in 5th grade, especially the mornings, some special things I think about are just kind of my time alone, figuring out how to be responsible. There was a pencil incident. I was practicing at a little Nerf hoop basketball thing. It was about that big. And I didn't see a pencil, and I stepped on it and went right up into my foot. So that didn't
I one day
feel
was
good.
playing
Pencil
in
incident.
first. You didn't have.
We're listening. Pencil incident. And then, so you have a small moment. Be thankful now you have a small moment. We'll share it in your writing. This is why we write. Share that story. We don't have to talk about it. Pencil incident. There was also, what else can I remember from there? I used to do this like luge skateboard thing too. That was kind of fun. So those are 3 little things I can think about a place and the like cool moments that I have from there. So that's a strategy. If you're struggling with getting started, here's another strategy, and I will hang that poster up a little bit. But the idea, we had one about thinking about a person. We had another one about first times, last times, and realizations. And now we have a third one about thinking about a place and listing moments and writing about one of those moments. But what I want to talk to you today is the idea of letting your audience experience your characters. And the way we do that, the term that we use for that is this idea of dreaming the dream. It means that you have to be so inside of your story, communicate almost every detail that's happening to you so that you interest your readers. And I have a quote. I wrote it down because I wanted to get it right. His name is Gerald Bryce. He's a writing expert. And in his book about how do you write great stories, he wrote this: it's not enough for a writer to tell a reader, oh wait, let me back this up. You know it's important to show. You know it's important to show, not tell. You never say, I cried. That's telling. You show it. I brushed a tear away from my cheek. That's showing your reader what happened. That's much more interesting than I cried. Boring, okay? Brushed a tear away from my eyes. I'm showing you without telling you that I'm crying. You know that I'm upset. My face reddened. Instead of saying I got angry. There's different ways to show. Now, this is Gerald Bryce. It's not enough for a writer to tell a reader about a person or a place. It's not enough. He must help readers be the person. Be the person that's in the story. The basic failure of most writing is a failure of the writer's imagination. So if you're struggling with your writing, we need to think about what you're imagining as you're writing. Because it could mean you're not imagining enough. He goes on to say he is not trying hard enough to live the moment in the very skin of the character. You don't have to work that hard to think about the skin of the character. You are the character. You don't have to create some other person and think about, oh, what could that be like? You are the character. So that part should be, you are in your skin. Try as hard, but you still got to try. What is the moment that you were like? Okay, what happened? Another quote by John Gardner: write as if you are a movie camera. Write as if you are a movie camera. The trick is to get it down, getting it down precisely what you really notice. So we're talking about very fine details, and I'll show you how we do that. If I think about one of the events I just written about, I'm going to write about the pencil incident, okay? If I think about that, I really have to close my eyes and envision what's happening. So I see the TV. Is that the beginning? Is that where I want to start? I want to start with the TV. What was happening? I was sitting there. I was alone. Maybe that would be something I want to start on, this idea about being alone, because I spent a lot of time alone.
Yes.
I was alone. Let me think. I was watching the slam dunk contest, the basketball. And I was really excited because I love basketball. I don't think I was scared. What was I feeling? I was happy. I was excited watching it. That's now become a distraction. Can we please stop? I was excited. I was happy. I wasn't scared or anything. So the TV's on, I'm watching it, and then I look up and I see my little basket, and this kind of spark goes on my hand. And I was like, I'm gonna slam dunk on that sucker. So I got it and I was playing for a little bit. I was dunking and dunking and dunking.
Dunk.
Just trying stuff. It's all hot. It was really hot. It was really hot. And then I stepped on that pencil. I didn't just step on it. I mean, like, I think, did I land on it? I don't know if I landed on it or if when I jumped, if I stepped on it then. I can't remember. I don't think it's important right now.
Mr. Light.
And then that pencil went up into my foot.
How?
And that hurt.
How, Mr.
That
Light?
hurt. So what happened? Okay, so maybe I would start it like this.
Mr. Light, how if the pencils?
I was alone. I was happy. I was having fun. But I was alone. You are on the learning area, you're listening, you're doing your best job of listening. So you can learn. The object of this lesson is not for you to necessarily understand my story. Do you understand what I was doing, the strategy?
Yes.
Thinking about it. That's what you need to understand. I was having fun, but alone. I was watching the slam dunk contest.
What's
Contest.
it's only
I looked up and noticed the basketball ring.
You were seeing the professionals or
Now,
the minors?
I had goosebumps. I grabbed my Nerf ball, slam, dunk.
Dunk.
I glided through the air. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say slam dunking. I grabbed the ball, jumped,
Dunk.
jumped,
Get into the hoop and slam.
glided through the air.
Slam it.
That's still distracting me. Please stop it or get it out of here. Extended my arm. And threw the ball forcefully through the hoop. Now, as a writer, I might have to make a decision. Do I want to, because I didn't step on the pencil then. Do I want to keep going and talking about what I was doing and then step on the pencil? Or do I kind of want to just go ahead? I don't know. I'll make a decision. But I have thought about, I imagined where I was. And I was really trying to get down every detail. And I was wanting to show and not tell. And I almost started to tell about the whole slam dunk until I realized I should show it. And so that's what I did. I closed my eyes. I tried to really relive the moment and grasp all the details I could. And then I wrote. So what I want you to do now is I want you to do that same thing. I want you to dream the dream of your narrative story. Now, it could be one that you're already working on. It could be a new one now that maybe you just thought of that you want to talk about. The idea of a pencil and the lead in our hand. So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and I want you to envision that event. I want you to go back and I want you to think about it. So everyone close your eyes. Close your eyes and think. Go back to your event. Go back to your experience. Get back there. Picture it in your mind. What was happening? What was happening at the start? What was the exact beginning? What were you feeling? What did you see? What did you smell? What did you hear? Close your eyes. It helps to envision if you close your eyes. Silently. What was the first thing that happened? Where were you exactly? What were you doing exactly? I'll give you another few moments to think about that. Really quickly, because you do have to go to lunch. I respect that. That's till lunch. He's freaking out about that. I know. Really quickly, one person is going to be the speaker, one person is going to be the listener. Figure out who that's going to be. Speaker, tell exactly how did it start. Exactly how did it start. Go. And if you're a listener, close your eyes, see if you can envision it. Go. Well, you can turn right around. Figure it out. I don't have an assigned partner. When we finish, we haven't yet started. Never finished, man. Ever. Hey, we got conversation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Last thing, when you come back in, you will start to write. Normally, I tell you, I'm excited that you were kind of wanted to keep telling your story, but just this last thing. Normally, I tell you, you can either work on the strategy or not. That's kind of your choice. But I will tell you this. This strategy of dreaming the dream is imperative. It's something you should do every time you write. Every time you write, you should be doing that. Okay? Go to lunch. Go to recess.